Well, hello there. I have not forgot about you guys. I have just been busy. I have been playing Dead by Daylight. Just not. I mean, I've been playing, but not like a super ton. Like I'm not, playing like 5 hours a day or anything like that. I probably play Dead by Daylight maybe 3 nights a week, maybe 4 nights a week, anywhere from like an hour or two. And so, yeah, as you guys know, or may not know, I am kind of a nurse main. And today's video, we're going to be talking about all the hate nurse gets. Uh, Mainly in particular, like, oh, nurse is so OP, nurse is so broken, nurse breaks the game. Bro, that is so far from the truth. So many points that I want to talk about. First off, let's talk about how nurse is not OP. First off, Nurse only has one power. Obviously, it's a teleport. The teleport in itself is very, very hard to learn. As far as distance, like to be honest with you, when I first started playing Nurse, or when I like my first couple days of wanting to play Nurse, I actually think my first game or my few games of Nurse, like it was so horrible. I did not understand the blinks at all. Like I was literally blinking forward like 1 foot or like half a foot, and like I was like, "What the hell is wrong with this killer? Like I don't understand." And so like I like looked up tutorials on like how to play Nurse, and people were like talking about, and I figured out like, oh, like she can blink further or teleport further, but they weren't necessarily describing how to do it. And I kind of just had to figure that out on my own. Was that you had to hold the teleport button down, and it would show you how far you were going to blink. Well, actually, Nurse has this one add-on that shows her where her blink is going to land. I probably used that for like maybe my first 3 weeks up to a month, and then I kind of just figured it out. But my argument to say Nurse is not OP, I actually think the reason why she gets such a bad rep is because players, and I would probably say pretty much everybody outside of comp players and maybe a few casual players. I'm not saying every casual player doesn't know how to face her, but I'd say about 90% of the player base has no idea how they're properly supposed to face Nurse. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now how you're properly supposed to face Nurse is be unpredictable. You need to, instead of looping like most killers where you're going to try to loop them and create distance with Nurse, instead you're going to want to play jukes. So you're going to be switching directions kind of often, especially like you're going to want to time her blinks, and when you see her about to blink, you're going to want to predict when she's going to pull it off and immediately change directions. If you learn how to juke, man, Nurse is so easy. Like, not only that, but another reason why I think Nurse is kind of pretty balanced in my opinion is her walk speed is obviously very, very slow. And I don't know why, but for some reason Nurse's walk speed seems the slowest, and I know that's just placebo, but also Huntress is pretty slow. I know they both walk 4.4 or run 4.4, but yeah, I think that's another thing that people don't realize about Nurse is her super slow walk speed. Literally, like I practically cannot run down a survivor without blinks. So a good Nurse player is always going to have to be, trying to predict their opponents. So yeah, that's my little soapbox. Is that, like I said, Nurse is not OP. She's just, people just do not know how to counter her. And for instance, I myself not this was probably like half a year ago, maybe a year ago, whenever 2v8 was going on. I had played I was playing a bunch of Survivor, to get clips and stuff like that, and just try to get some gameplay for this channel. But I was going up against, a really good Nurse. I mean, obviously, there's no MMR or anything. I'm only saying they were good just because of how that Nurse was taking down some of my teammates. But when that Nurse came into me and I knew how to counter Nurse and knew to watch for her blinks, and when I was felt like she was going to blink, hardcore switch directions, that nurse is teleporting and swinging at the air 5-10 feet away from me. You know what I mean? So, and I think one of the things about DBD is like one of the reasons why I got Michael Myers, for example, is to learn the killer. And I feel like if you want to be one of the best survivors, or want to be, if that's one of your goals, to be really a really good survivor, and like you don't understand how this certain killer is able to do this, or you don't understand their power, even if you're only a survivor main, you like, let's say you play survivor 99% of the time and you kind of suck at playing killer, go ahead and buy that killer, whether it be an iridescence or I forgot what what the other currency is, but buy that killer. And even if you suck, and even if you don't kill anybody, spend a couple games to try to learn that killer's power, and learn what can these survivors do, what are they doing to counter me, or what could they do to counter me. And that's really how you'll learn the strengths and weaknesses of each killer. And so, like, let's see, for example, if I run this guy down, see, this guy does a really good job. He jukes me, he jukes me, and that's what I was talking about. That's how you counter nurse. He juked the hell out of me. Unfortunately, right here, he's going to try it again. He knows to juke, but I kind of got lucky / maybe some skill. Who knows? I'll let you be the judge of that. But I read his juke, and he still gets down. If any killers, one thing that I've noticed is, talking about buying killers, is who is the new killer? Oh, the first. The first is actually he's super like the nurse, as in where those black spots that he like pops up on the floor, and forgive my lingo, I don't know all the terminology, but whatever those black spots that he has on the floor, and he's able to like pop them up and hit you, is basically the same things. This is the exact same power as the nurse, except he has more powers outside of just that. Like, if I was the first right now, I could probably pop up that black thing and like predict where she was going to be, and it would be hurting her, you know what I mean? And I know there's going to be some comments, and they're like, well, for the first you have to do this and then do this for those black spots to hurt you. I mean, no crap, you get my point. We're talking about the nurse not being OP here. Secondly, like, I was facing Ghostface last night, and this dude somehow kept getting his meter full, and like this dude one-hit me or one-tap me like at least 3 times in the game, and I am uploading that video later on. But yeah, I just don't see the argument for nurse being OP whenever other killers are able to one-tap. Personally, I also like to play Trapper. I mean, well, let's see. Ghostface isn't the only one-hit, one-tap killer. I mean, we got Billy. We've got Leatherface. That thing is pretty brutal. Literally shredding through freaking... I forget what those things, pallets, shredding through pallets, and then like immediately able to hit you like 1 or 2 seconds later. That's pretty OP in my opinion. So yeah, I hear Jason is out now. I haven't played since then. I heard he came out today, actually. I'm recording this video late at night on the 17th, and I haven't got a chance to play with Jason yet. I also haven't done the update. So hopefully I can do that after this. Well, actually I won't, because I have 2 more commentaries to do and a bunch of videos to upload to this channel. So yeah, I've been chilling. It gets kind of awkward talking to yourself, you know what I mean? And I also haven't done a commentary in a while, so like I'm a little bit rusty. Another thing too is you obviously cannot play pallets, the way you play pallets with most killers with nurse. And I'm sorry for all my yapping. This was actually a super good game of me playing nurse. This was my second game. I had went and probably like not playing killer in like a month or 2, and then I came back. I played my first game of nurse, went really horrible. I think all of them got out, but I probably at least hooked everybody once at minimum. But yeah, this was just my second game, and we happened to do pretty good. Get a 4K. Hate to ruin it, but yeah, we get a 4K. And I was thinking, I was like, is this guy gonna go for the Jhin over here? I was like, nah, he's probably gonna go for the unhook. Cap. GG's, folks. That's how we do it. Seek and destroy. Let me know a comment if I was yapping too much and you want to see this game without my commentary, and I will upload that for you. Alrighty, folks, I went ahead and threw in the blood points and everything. Oh wow, my PC turned off inactivity. Oh no. Yeah, but I went ahead and threw in the blood points just so you guys could see if you guys cared. With all that being said, like I said, I got a few more videos coming out that I'm about to go do the commentaries for right now. And we'll see you in the future. Hopefully I get to make a Jason video, and we'll see if I end up buying Jason. Much love. Any requests, leave them in the comments.